So you say you'll come on over and do it if I'm trying to use a 3-inch brush and you're telling me you only use a 2-inch brush. You come on over and do it.
You bring the sample over here.
You come on over and do it.
How to do it.
You can come on over and do it. I don't give a shit. That'll help me out. I'll just sit there and watch, man. I miss you coming over. I miss you coming over.
It's
I miss
the pancake
beers.
Breakfast, right?
I miss the Sundays. You come on over right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. I will have that thing not sealed. I will make sure I have those water rings out as best I can. You can come over Sunday, and we'll watch the goddamn Bucks game, and you can get started. You can show me how we'll do it together. We'll seal that bitch. Well, yep, that's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. I will
do that, but I was wanting to go over to the Glory Days because Ron's been trying to get me there all year, and
and Ron and Ryan can all come over, guys. They call us the Breeze. This is episode 124. There's only one way to do it, so let's get to it. Let's go! Flag on the plague. Delay of game. Game.
I want to review it.
Go! Hey guys, welcome to another edition of They Call Us the Breeze. That is Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Every Thursday, right around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little late today because of another work meeting, but we're out here, we're chilling, we're in the Tiger Cage, and you'll always know when we come on live on YouTube every Thursday if you just go to YouTube, Tiger Cage Media, subscribe, ring that little bell for notifications, and then you get us there. And also, guys, make sure you're going out to tigercagemedia.com, our official website, official everything you need. You get They Call Us the Breeze updates. You get any new YouTube videos we come out with. You can check out pictures of us while we're little babies sitting in Dad's armchair. I posted one of those photos direct. I literally just went to the website, saved photo from the one where you're holding us in the chair, all three of us when we're little, and Ryan's little baby, and I'm kind of holding Ryan, and you got your arm around me and Adam. Got awesome mustache, by the way. Awesome mustache in that photo.
Very strong mustache.
Full head of hair still. Looking good. Looking like Tim Allen during the cocaine bust. Looking like Tim Allen during that cocaine bust mugshot of him. It looks like
Detroit.
That's what Dad.
I don't know if I mentioned, but I started watching Home Improvement a little bit.
On the repeats. Yeah, I think you did last podcast, and I need to get on that too. We should rewatch. Like, let me know what episode you're on. I'll watch it, and then we can talk about it at work. Dude, when Al had the staple, and he said more power.
You just need that on one of your screens in the bar, I think.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, right
there.
I'll
tell you what, what's even better than that? Well, I mean, that was really awesome back in the day.
Tool time. Oh hell yeah.
Last man standing. Now he's married and he.
Oh, is
works,
this like a new Tim Allen sitcom?
Yeah, and it's gone on for like years. Me and Teresa.
Well, he had that one that was like Rules to Date My Daughter or something like that.
I don't know that one.
10 Rules to Date My Daughter or something like that.
This is a weekly show.
Yeah, like a sitcom. Yeah.
And he works at he is the sales manager of Outdoors World.
Oh,
so it's
cool.
like a
bass shop. Yeah,
big.
Yeah. Or Cabela's, is that the other one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because they bought Cabela's, I think, or Cabela's bought them, one of the two. But so Ed owns the place, but Mike Baxter is what Tim Allen's name is. He's
he knows the first and last name. He's invested, baby. Man. He's invested in this show, dude.
Why not?
This is new Big Bang Theory.
It's like
he's got 3 daughters.
You always want to know.
They're older
and they're good looking.
Well,
all 3 of them.
And they're just normal looking. Some of them are, but normal looking daughters.
Big apologies out there
and
to the cast of.
And the youngest daughter is in ROTC in high school, and she plays soccer and everything. She's like the tomboy. The other girls are like
little princesses. Yeah.
And Daddy makes the jack because he owns like 30 or 40% of that shop.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. That's pretty cool.
It is funny, and he is the most sarcastic. No, he is really sarcastic.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean everyone's always said that Tim Allen is an asshole, and I mean as he grows older, I'm sure his role in the actual shows and stuff that he's going to be in are just going to be more and more and more,
sarcastic.
Just old man, just starting to get bitter and just starting to be like a total asshole. But back to that cold intro though. If you want to come over, you can come, or you can go hang out with what's his name? Gary, not Gary. Who's your Glory Days friend?
Oh, Ron.
Ron, yeah, Dad's Glory Days friend.
Bush.
go! Yeah, if you want to go hang out with Ron, that's fine. But if you get a wild hair up your ass,
well, why don't you come over here about 11 o'clock and we'll go over there, and then we'll have,
and then we'll go,
and then we'll leave and go to,
and then we'll go poly my bar after going to Glory Days. No.
Yes, exactly what he's saying.
Not.
It's self-leveling.
Absolutely.
Nothing's better.
We'll be self-leveled by the time we get over to my fucking bar.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
Yeah, let's get drunk.
Let's get drunk.
Now we're talking.
All right.
Look, here's what. I'm just saying, I'm not a drinker. I can honestly say I never had a beer in my life.
Bullshit. I don't believe it. He's had a bunch of Big Macs, so he's got that booty. He's got that.
Who is it?
Trump. He's got that junk in the trunk.
He does have that Big Mac butt.
He does have that Big Mac butt. When he's playing tennis, they show those tennis pictures. Trump. Oh yeah.
Trump.
Have you seen him swing a golf club? That thing just shakes.
That's why I keep asking, because I keep forgetting, because it doesn't sound like him whatsoever.
Guys, this is They Call Us the Breeze, episode 124. This one for Thursday, the 7th of December, the year of our Lord, 2023. We're out here chilling, man. We got a huge show for you guys tonight. Got celebrity birthdays per usual. We skipped last week. Some of you guys out there keeping tallies, every 2 weeks you get Tune In, Tune Out, and then the other 2 weeks you get the Brillionaire. And you might have noticed last episode we did not do Tune In, Tune Out because it was actually kind of a rush play. We had the Beatles show that night, and we didn't do it. But tonight we have Tune In, Tune Out, and that's where I kind of get in the hot seat, and Dad can help me out. Dad's like my co-pilot. He's like my gunner, my tail gunner. You know what I mean?
Goose.
And tonight we have a little Tune In, Tune Out that I've been asking Ryan to do for a little while, and we've had some better ideas, and now we're just kind of desperate for one.
Let's just say I've been too busy rambling on.
Oh, yeah. We're going to do Led Zeppelin tonight. We're going to see how well I can do with Led Zeppelin. And I begged him, please don't go too far past Houses of the Holy. Don't get too far into physical graffiti or in through the outdoor unless you can't help it. So we'll see how I do. Because I always do. Mike wants to be a Brillionaire. I always do the celebrity birthdays. I like to be in the hot seat.
I'm sure you'll do better than I.
I think you'll know.
If Bill Tomachek was sitting in this seat, you might have a challenge.
Exactly. Yeah, or Gary. Yeah, either one. Yeah, or Joel for that matter.
Yeah,
I feel like Gary probably listened to like.
Gary was like
more
Leather
James
Jacket
Brown.
Stones.
Yeah, maybe Stones or James Brown
yeah,
too.
But I mean, he liked a lot of blues, and he was Stevie Ray Vaughan, and he was like.
Well, he nicknamed his daughter Stevie for Stevie
Fleetwood
Nicks.
Mac,
exactly. So dude was a rocker.
I mean, but he liked a lot of bluesy, and he even listened to George Jones and all.
Did he ever listen?
He liked that pool hall music, man.
And we used to listen to Frank Sinatra sometimes.
Well, I was going to ask: was there anyone that you knew?
How many lines was that deep? I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Well,
joints,
credit lines,
join some beers. For sure.
Lines of credit at the casino table, probably many. What I was going to ask is there anyone? Do you remember that would like in your crew listen to like James Brown?
If any, not so much, but. If anybody would listen to a genre like that, it would have been Gary.
That's what I was thinking, because he was a boxer too, like and he just had a kind of that leather jacket.
I mean, he was probably the first one that had. He probably had the first Steve Thorogood, George Thorogood album, because I used to buy
to the Bone.
When I used to buy that, I used to join that. I've told you this before a bunch of times, but. That Columbia record.
Now George Thorogood also
and I
did
would buy a bunch of records. I would buy two of.
So, ladies and gentlemen, out here, Dad is literally saying that like the BMI, like 1 cent per record, hasn't been like it wasn't a '90s thing. This thing's been going on since
'70s,
vinyl,
and '80s.
Since vinyl, exactly. Yeah.
It's just an overrun of a bunch of records, and then they just throw them off.
Gotta get rid of them somehow. I went for it. I did. I got at least 20 CDs.
I did it for like 5 or 10 years or whatever.
Yeah.
Not every year.
Well, also, your ass was up in the country, too.
Well, no, I'm talking in Dayton.
Oh, okay. So you did have like a...
Fucking Dayton, bitch.
And Mom, she would get like...
Roll Tide, son.
When she started in that liking country, she would get Dottie West. She would get all the old, Loretta Lynn, all the old women, Dolly Parton, all the old women in country music, or she wasn't into it as much as I was, so I generally get 8 out of 10 records or whatever, but occasionally she'd be like,
maybe sneak in some
Dottie
Kitty
West.
Wells. I don't know.
No. She ain't that country.
She ain't that country.
Not then, maybe now.
It wasn't God who made Honky Tonk Angels, Mike. Now that's good, man. That's good. I didn't know. You
So
told me that shit before,
so
and I
when
was like,
something
damn,
like-
they did that with vinyl back in the day.
Yeah, and
that's
so something that I liked really, really well that I like to listen to
Yeah.
all the time, I'd buy 2. Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, Willie
'Cause
Nelson.
it's gonna wore out.
Because I'm bringing one over to Gary's.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're always in the basement.
Yeah.
He's got all those orange crates.
See, that's the thing now.
And he's got
Now
all those
Ryan just
record
take-
albums. I know of 20 albums that I bring over there that I like to listen to.
Well, it's like adding to your own
Hey,
jukebox.
can we listen to Willie Nelson's? Do you have Willie knowing damn well that he does? Because I brought him over there and gave him to him in the cellophane.
I think
still.
I'm putting.
So this
I
is-
don't
hold
have
on.
it, Mike. Well, let's just check.
Well, this is interesting because like it becomes not so cool anymore. Like that's a good way to prepare to build onto a jukebox and make sure you have the tunes that you want to hear. Versus when I had my soft opening at the bar and it's 3 a.m. and we're all wasted and we're all playing each other in darts somehow or another, and we're just passing around my smartphone
Listening
with,
Donna
with
Summers, I feel
Spotify
love.
open, and we all get one pick and we just go in a circle, and I just, whose turn is it? It's Mayo's, and then he picks up the phone and he puts on some like
Tom
ludicrous-
Brady love
what-
song,
and then some Tom Brady love
Now
song.
when we're up, when we
It's a
were
little different, you
yeah,
know.
when we
you know?
were all there, it'd generally be me and Gary and Joel and Rick and Mike and Bill, until Rick moved down here.
There's a
And then
Gare
until
Bear.
Mike,
Uncle Gary.
Y'all want to talk about
Uncle
drinking?
Gare Bear.
Y'all want to talk about drinking? I
and
know
then
those
until
guys.
Mike moved to Tennessee, so we were losing a guy here or there, but we'd always, he had the picnic table down there by
Right.
the pool table, so we'd all be sitting there, just trying to decide what song we wanted to play.
Just stoned out of your minds. Just like,
And then
wait, what the fuck are we talking about, man? What
was
song
saying-
are we supposed to
Who
play
was
next?
playing who?
I
It's
forgot.
a dynamic
I forgot.
duo. So Mike Tomacek.
If we don't play anything,
and
Gary's
Gary-
going to play War Pigs by Black Sabbath again, and I don't want to sit here for 8 minutes and listen to
And
that.
then Uncle Bill's like, I would like War Pigs by Black Sabbath,
No.
actually, too.
And
All right, it's settled. War
Gary'd
Pigs.
always be like, "What do you want to listen to?" And the further I kept buying more records, knowing what I put in
Yeah.
there, because generally, fucking Joel, Mike, and Bill didn't give a shit whatsoever.
Yeah.
They're
They're just too busy yapping anyway.
Yeah,
you know what I
they
mean?
don't
Yeah.
give a shit. They like everything I listen to anyway. And I was like, how about that? You got that Ricky Skaggs album, right? Highway 40 Blues? Don't tell me you don't.
I'd stashed it there 2 weeks ago.
See, this
no
is the-
one's that.
This is
And
dumb.
he had every album was alphabetical order by the last name of the artist.
I remember
So
Joel,
you know
Joel's
about where to
collection.
find it,
I
you
remember
know?
Joel's collection.
What, Zeppelin? What?
When I was finally into classic rock and I was finally buying a lot of the CDs, Zeppelin, Beatles, this, that, John, Paul, blah, 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 everybody. That was the one trip where I went down there. I was like, let me take a closer look at what's under this shelf here, because they were always there. But we were kids. We were playing pool. We never, noticed them. And I actually I literally, Dad, sat on my ass in Uncle Joel's basement. And because he had 2 shelves tall.
And there's nothing else
along
to do
that whole wall,
on an
the
afternoon in
length of
Dayton,
the
Ohio.
pool table. And I just sat on my ass and turned the lights on. They were dim as shit, so I had to look real close and just read his whole vinyl collection. I was like, holy shit, dude. This stuff. And if it was, he was like Adam. He was like Adam with horror movies.
The
If
older
there
they
was
get,
one,
you could see them from the edge versus up and down. And the older they get, that paper gets older. It's harder to read.
And I had to pull a couple out and be like, what was this?
Yeah,
you know?
I got to see the cover on this.
But it was like-
kind of gets
it
that
was-
white crackly paper on
The
the
one
edge.
thing I'll give Uncle Joel on that, and Uncle Joel, you guys, he's been kind of he chirped on the show one episode. If you go back, you can check it out. But one thing I'll give him is he was just like Adam with his horror movies. If there was more than one album by a band, he
would
made
have
sure
it.
he had the whole collection.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was just like, dude, look at this shit. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you say my collection's complete? And I was just like, oh my fuck, dude. I didn't take Uncle Joel for that much of a hard ass when it came to vinyl. I just thought he was good at yelling at people. And, I didn't
He
think
is
he
good
was
at
like
that.
a fucking,
He's very good at that.
a musical, had the, doctorian, like he had that has. I keep saying had, I'm sorry. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
That was a
Especially if
sweet.
their name starts with Sean or Christopher.
Oh, shit.
Why don't you just go into a car car trip from Dayton, Ohio to Destin, Florida with him, buddy. It's fun. It's a fun time.
Jesus Christ, Sean.
Started a little late today because we had that meeting, man. Could you
And we had
imagine?
the bug guy here.
Well, could you imagine if you were drunk during that meeting tonight, man? Today, I should say. Like,
Yeah.
that was a long one. That was a long one because we had food, we had tests. Imagine being drunk during
Did you
that
eat?
shit. Well, yeah, I ate,
I ate
a little bit of an arancini.
Something new that they wanted to try?
Yeah, some new stuff, but
What was it?
you know, we don't want.
I don't know legally if we're
legally
able
we're not
to
probably allowed to
say
talk
this
much about the meeting,
before
but
the
you know,
meeting.
I was just like, man, if I was drunk right now, I would be like, I'd be falling asleep. Like, this is a long meeting, and I started thinking to myself, I was like, man, what's the worst place I ever been drunk at? And I mean, I've been drunk a lot of places that were like, oh, like I cried really hard at my Uncle Bill's funeral because I was way too drunk. Like, I took that bottle of Jack to the Dome when we were around that parking lot. I got like the emotional cries, and I got way too drunk and cried a lot. So you don't want to be too drunk at a funeral for sure. But you know, and then
We're at your own wedding.
and I was like, you know what the worst place was
Yeah.
that
That would be
DUI.
bad.
Oh yeah, my own wedding too.
Gulfport?
My own wedding too. Good call.
Oh, no.
Thanks for
I
bringing up
wouldn't- I
old
wouldn't-
shit.
No, I would, no.
Weddings in general.
I was just saying.
Thanks for bringing up old shit.
No, I was just
What
saying.
else can we do?
You didn't seem drunk because
Oh,
you guys
I
were
was-
not drunk.
I was
Well, you didn't
drunk.
seem like it because you guys were singing and everything and leading everybody out there.
I forgot
so.
to hand off the guitar.
Yeah.
I just walked right back.
Yeah,
Well,
both
he
of
was
us
drunk. He was drunk.
Well, both of us were drunk, and yeah. But
Did you
I've
drink
never
on
had
that
a drop
day?
of alcohol in my life.
Did you drink on that day? That day was the 10th.
Yeah.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th.
But not the 10th.
I was
He didn't say the 10th.
intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank.
Get drunk.
Yeah, no. But yeah, my wedding, I was obviously a little drunk for. And,
I didn't notice.
And you know, the worst place to be drunk is when you're in jail for a DUI. Yeah, because you can't you can't
Do
really
anything.
can't really do anything.
Well, yeah, you definitely
Can't.
can't.
So what are you in for?
Well, it's
Drugs.
funny because
Are you gonna sell
I'm
with a
sure
bunch of-
I'm sure I told facets of this story over and over and over again. But the funniest part about when I was arrested for DUI was it was like a Friday or Saturday night. I think it was probably a Saturday night because I actually worked that Saturday.
I think I know what you're gonna
and,
say.
And there was two other guys in the holding cell with me that both had Dropkick Murphys shirts on. And Dropkick Murphys had played a show at
How
Janus
old were they?
Landing. Or not Janus. They had played at State Theater. Probably around my age, maybe a little younger. But I knew they had played a show in the area.
Oh, so
that
they got
night.
busted then.
So they
Yeah.
probably got in fights because Dropkick is like an
Irish band.
punk, like Flogging
punk
Molly,
rock.
like so it's just a
see
bunch
it.
of people drinking Guinness and beating the shit out of each other. So two guys only with Dropkick Murphy shirts was a pretty good get. Like, okay, we did good tonight, St. Pete. I'm proud of all of you guys. There's only two
in here.
There's only two in here tonight, but I saw them and they were both like chins on their chest, passing out. I'm like, oh man, you've been through it tonight, bud. And I'm there for DUI.
Do you
and
remember the show?
I wasn't there for the show. I was actually
No, them.
and I was at a ZZ Top cover band, basically. So
Damn.
but
Oh, you
yeah,
should
so
ask
What a
them.
weekend in
Hey,
St.
that's a
Do
hard
you guys
place to be
remember the
drunk
show
in.
tonight?
That's a hard place to be drunk in. But the good part is you sober up pretty quickly. And we have about 2 minutes if you guys can do it. You guys each get a minute. Quick round. Worst place
Do
to be
they
drunk in.
give you coffee or anything?
I was gonna
Not
say-
worst place you've ever been drunk in, but in your opinion, what you think would be the worst place to be drunk in?
I was gonna say, is there a bad place to be drunk in? Anywhere ever?
Well, you
I
don't
think
really-
it's just awesome to be drunk.
You don't really read the room
But
very well when you're drunk. You're just
I
kind of
gotta
like,
say, to the same vein that you're trapped and you can't. The cell phone parking lot at an airport.
oh, okay, because that's a lot of shit going on, and you're just kind of sitting around. You're like, okay, fuck, all right. So I got this.
Like, I just
sign
want
here,
another beer.
And you're just like, and you kind of, it's the cell phone waiting lot feels like you're suspended in time.
It's
Like you're not a human. Like
Yeah.
you just like you zip into the matrix and you're
and
stuck
you always,
in code.
You always break
until you're
away. You
called
always
to come
break
back
away
out.
from an event that you're at to go to the cell phone parking lot, and so you just want to either get back to that event.
So being like, say you were,
Or
so say
continue,
we're
it's like-
fucking at Hard Rock and we're drunk and we're gambling
And then mom and dad
we
have
forget
to
that
fly
mom and
in,
dad
yeah.
were flying into TPA that night, and we
like,
know
shit.
one of us has to go get them, so we both go get them because we're
Yep.
brothers and we're not going to leave the other one fucking hanging. And then
And
we're
go
just
to the right
drunk,
airport.
sitting in that fucking waiting lot.
Yeah, that's where
Because
time
airports
just
these
stands
days,
still.
your mom could tell me we're
Do
getting
you
in at
remember
fucking.
when we flew into San
listen,
Diego?
we gotta
and
wrap
Adam
this
was
up.
at the other airport,
Absolutely, I remember that.
and he had
But-
to run.
But we got to wrap this up. But you think about it like this: Mom says, "All right, we'll be in at 9:45." That's like 10:45, maybe 11:30. Remember that one night y'all were supposed to be in at like midnight, and I was there till 1:30 in the morning until y'all got my car, and I didn't care because I was up. But I was just like, "Holy shit!" The inefficiency of being able to estimate an arrival
Today, because there's a shortage of pilots.
I
and
understand
staff.
that.
Yep.
I understand that. But yeah, so now I never
And the
fucking.
weather.
I never even barely. I leave the house when Mom tells me to be there. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, all right, I'll leave then.
And that's what we do.
If
now
they have to
because-
wait 20 minutes, if they actually are on time,
well,
then they wait
generally,
20 minutes.
Yeah, because it'll take you at least 20, 25 minutes. If you
As
can
soon
get
as you
on your
land.
phone as soon as you hit the runway,
Right.
You know, we just hit the runway.
We just
so
landed.
You know
Mom
you
always
should
texts
40
me. We
40
just
minutes.
landed.
35
at
minutes.
least a half hour because you got to get taxi wait to get up to the So and then get your baggage if you have some. So yeah.
Well, not to tease y'all out there in listener land, but we're going to take a quick little commercial break, and we're going to come back with some celebrity birthdays. But right after celebrity birthdays, we're going to see what Dad says, what he thinks the worst place to be drunk at would be. And then we have a whole bunch of show after that. I mean, so much show. And then, like we said, we got a little tune in, tune out, where I get in the hot seat, and we're going to do the best of Led Zeppelin, see if I can guess those songs in a second or less. We'll see you guys in a minute. Bye-bye.
You're still on meth, Cheryl. Shut up.
Hey guys, welcome back. Segment 2 of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cave. Every Thursday, right around 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This one for November the 7th, the year of our Lord 2023. We have some celebrity birthdays up here for you guys tonight. It's Ryan's go first because we couldn't remember whose go it was. So if you want to correct us out there and listen, land. Dad erased the board, and I add a little star.
I was just trying to help out.
No, I know, and I appreciate it. But so we had to flip a coin this week, and we had to do a little heads or tails.
Oh, you know what?
Dad
you know
won
what?
the-
That star was up top. Now that I see that in that position,
So
I should
But-
go first.
Dad might have been up on the top. I don't remember whose letter was whose.
no-
I think
Oh,
Dad was
that's
written on
true.
top. Yeah, it could be
Okay.
either. So we flipped a coin, and we're back in it, and we're going to do some
We
celebrity
flipped a
birthdays.
coin,
We
Scott.
got some good ones for you guys up tonight. A couple athletes, a couple other people, and we'll see if the boys know what we're talking about here. Right, JT, you got them?
What up, Council? I am JT Parr.
All right, let's roll it, guys. Celebrity birthdays, let's go. Dad is at
But-
342.
I want to know what Dad's...
I think you always have Ryan up top.
I was like, I wanna know
So
what
I'm
dads were
guessing I
supposed to be
did go.
drunk as
I'm guessing I
We're-
did go
we-
first.
We're on the coin toss method. Ryan's going first
But
tonight.
I think that's correct. Dave.
Ryan has 339 points. Dad has 242 points. Dad is up 3 points. It's Ryan's turn. Whoever gets the birthday closest to gets the point. If they're equidistant, they split the point. They each get a point. And whoever's right on the head gets that double bubble, 2 points. Let's go, celebrity birthdays.
Happy birthday! This is your birthday! Your birthday!
Yay!
Happy fucking birthday!
There's no birthday barbecue here.
You know, Mayo's a big fan of this team. I don't really follow this sport at all, but he's always talking about it. And I just remember like this old white guy that had this mustache, real tall guy, used to play for this Boston sports team. And
Hockey.
Larry Bird.
Basketball.
Paul Newman.
Very happy birthday goes out to Ryan. Got it, Mr. Larry Bird. And Ryan's up first tonight. So what do you think, Ryan? Larry Bird.
He's probably like, damn. About like 68.
Oh, no. Because he in the 80s is when I watched him all the time.
I was trying to
he'd have
plot a
been
timeline, but I
in
couldn't.
his late 20s probably. So let's say he was.
Ryan said 68.
I know. So 30 minus 4 or 2. 30 minus 2 would be 28. So 30, 1990. 2001.
It's taking us on that long. I hope you all got your tickets for this train ride.
Nerd.
75.
75. Ryan said 68. Ryan almost got the double bubble. He is 67 today.
Really?
Larry Bird, Boston Celtics basketball player. Might have heard of him. All right, next celebrity birthday we have out for you tonight. She was married to a guy that played her brother in a Showtime show. The brother was a serial killer that also worked for Miami Metro in the blood splatter division. So whenever a criminal would get off, he would go take matters into his own hands. Dexter's sister, Deb, a.k.a. Miss Jennifer Carpenter. A very happy birthday goes out to Jennifer Carpenter.
No clue.
So Dad's up first on this one. Dexter was a Showtime show that went from like the 2000s. It was in the early 2000s, late 2000s. Not
Okay,
early.
54.
All right, he's going to go 54.
I'm going to go 51.
Ryan's going to get, she's 44 today.
Oh, I was... That sucks, dude.
All right, next
I
guy.
had that floating around.
I got a 1-point lead.
Next guy I got up for you guys, celebrity birthdays. Mike, are they coming to get you, bud?
Yeah, they are.
I think that's Ryan's Uber ride.
I thought they were about to turn down the street. We got some sirens going on
You better
around
have
here.
Martin Lawrence and...
Shit, who didn't pay the light bill? All right, next birthday we have up for you guys. Probably one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. Goes by
Larry
his first.
Fitzgerald.
Goes by his first and last initial. Number 81.
Tio.
He played for, I believe, the Niners for
Jerry
most
Rice.
of
Terrell
his-
Owens.
That's
Terrell
a big
Owens or
happy
Jerry
birthday
Rice?
goes out to Mr. Terrell Owens. And Ryan's up first on T.O.
T.O. is probably like... Nah, he's probably like 48.
No.
Older, you think?
No, younger, because couple years ago, he was, or 2 or 3 years ago, he was
You know
like
what?
running his mouth that he was going to come back, and it's like, I'm still in good shape, so he's got to be in his younger 40s, so I'll say 44.
Ryan's going to get it. T.O. is 50 today.
Damn.
We're tied.
That's right.
Terrell Owens. Oh, yeah, Ryan just got 3 on him. Yep, you're tied now.
Yeah, we're tied. Tied ball game.
All right, this guy, gravelly voice, kind of a folksman in the rock genre. He's written some books. He always wears that derby hat, and very happy
Was he
birthday goes
English?
out to Mr. Tom Waits.
I don't want to be... Oh, yeah.
Tom Waits.
Yeah.
Not a young guy. Dad, what do you say? You're up first.
I have no idea.
I don't ever grow up.
70?
70, Ryan.
That's a good guess. That's a very good guess. He's probably... Dang, man. 67.
Dad, closer. 74, Tom Waits. Not knowing who he is. So Dad's up 1.
Yeah.
Last and final birthday we have up for you. It's going to be tough on both of you, but it's Ryan's go first. Guy was in The Outsiders, man. His older brother, Soda Pop Curtis, was played by Rob Lowe. Not too much older, still in high school. Let's say this boy was in, and when I say boy, you'll know what I mean. This boy was probably a freshman, and Soda Pop Curtis probably a senior. You also had Tom Cruise in that movie. I mean, you had a lot of people in there. Matt Dillon in that movie. Yeah, that was definitely a great movie, The Outsiders. This is Stay Gold Pony Boy, Mr. Pony Boy Curtis. Very happy birthday goes out to Mr. C. Thomas Howell.
He's probably like... Yeah, he's probably like 50... Nah, he's like 63.
53.
Dad, woo. Dad'll be closer because he's 57. C. Thomas Howell.
Happy birthday! It's your birthday!
Yay!
Happy fucking birthday!
How long you tied up and then I took the lead?
That was good. That's good, boys. Good job. Good effort. Good effort, boys.
Good effort on both, yes.
I was just playing with you, man. I let you
Speaking of
have
good
the
effort,
first one.
man, them Lightning, Them Lightning, they've been doing it, baby. Oh, I'm sorry, Dad. What is the worst place you could think would be to be drunk? You know,
in a courtroom in front of a judge on a DUI.
So you're going for after being.
Oh,
in
you're
the cell.
doing literal.
So
where do you think the worst place you've ever been drunk?
In what circumstance are you?
If you're thinking about funny and just thinking up something, if you're like in a like a maze somewhere, like in a park, and you go into a whatever, like a mirror room or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Or
it's
like a fun
hey, let's
house.
go in there, man. Yeah.
Kinda
So
drunk.
it's like, go on. I'll
But
pay
when they
for
get
it.
into the mirror part
and then
of the
you
fun house,
just can't fucking figure out how to get out.
I don't know what. Wait, I got it. Hold on. I got it.
I don't know what any of this shit is, and I'm fucking scared.
Well, you go to the mirror house. And you're
Yeah,
drunk,
yeah,
and you're just like,
fun
well,
house.
Where's the worst place you think personally?
Well, I mean,
want to
that's
share.
That no, not
You've been
it's
drunk.
not a personal thing. It's like what you imagine would be the worst. place.
No,
The fun house.
the worst thing would be
The courthouse,
The
yeah.
the courthouse thing. The funniest thing or scariest thing would be
Now there's only
like, you know that you if you're so out of it that you just can't fucking figure out which mirror you
A
got.
fun house to get out of it.
there's only
A house
two,
of mirrors.
yeah.
You
There's
know?
only two instances.
Yeah, like you're at the carnival with all your friends, and you
have
guys
to
are
shut the
drinking
ride down. They're
way
like, this
too
guy
many
is
beers.
wasted.
Fuck shit.
And then like
He didn't even get past like.
and
the
then you
second
walk down
part
the
of it.
midway, and every barker you feel like is literally insulting you, and you just come up to them and play their fucking games, and then next thing you know, you're out $200.
Yeah, and you're like, you know what?
Fuck
I
you,
thought this was
motherfucker.
fucking America. Fuck you,
Then
dude.
you get no fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
then
you,
you-
you go to grab your deep fried.
Yeah,
Extra
keep
deep
running your
fried.
mouth. I see you sitting on that bench. I'm going to take this ball and hit that paddle,
gonna
and
take
your
it
ass
out.
is going to be wet.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like worst place to be drunk.
Give me $5 more.
No, you go take it out on the giraffe in the circus tent, and then that motherfucker just knocks you out.
It smells like horse shit in that circus tent, man. And they always put it right by the goddamn Budweiser tent.
Yeah.
So like you go sit on a picnic table trying to eat a hot dog and drink some Budweiser,
and
just
then
got
watch
that waft.
watch like a whole goddamn
little kids in speed
show
bumper
going
boats.
on. You know,
Yeah, and then you got
there's always a show
dueling
under the
pianos,
tent by the
dueling
Budweiser.
pianos.
Yeah,
Then you take a closer look. It's just two keyboards recessed into a fucking fake mini grand piano.
one kid's
sitting on
running
there.
around smacking his face on
Yeah,
it.
Tyler,
with a
little
corn
Tyler's
dog.
just running around
Tyler.
smacking everybody.
God damn
And his
it,
mom
Tyler.
yells at him like once every 30 seconds, but it's not like she cares. She just
She's
has
just
to,
in
just to try
line.
to. She keep trying to keep up appearances.
No, she's just in
She's just
line
like,
trying to make
Tyler,
herself.
don't do that.
Yeah, it's like, what do you? She's
All
just
right.
in
So
line.
anyway,
Yeah.
Jerry was licking my asshole, and
Anyway.
we were at the
So
cabin.
Jerry was in my asshole, right? And like, you know what, Tyler?
No,
what are
Tyler,
you,
what you doing
What's
out
up
there?
with this line?
Who's that? Who's
Anyways,
your friend?
Tyler.
Who's your friend? It's Jake, mommy.
Well,
Tell-
you and Jake and Tyler.
Go on and get yourself some cotton candy.
Man, this line is
What happened
long.
to that $20 I gave you? And where the hell did you get that Confederate American flag bandana thing?
And we haven't moved in this Budweiser line
Shit
for about
me.
5 minutes.
Who's fucking? Can we get more help up there, please? Form a second line, maybe. Jesus Christ!
There's 2 cash registers and there's only one person working.
Oh God. That sounds like the best
Florida
place to be
State
drunk.
or
You know, we're talking about
Tampa,
the worst
Florida.
place to be drunk. Let's
Yeah,
talk about
it's
the best place to be drunk. Best place to be drunk is at the state fair in the Budweiser
In the
tent,
Midway?
next to the trailers that they had all the giraffes and ponies and fucking shit and jackasses and shit and the donkeys and,
And
everything.
then you go visit the section where they're doing like the shows of the pigs, like which best pig.
Are you
and,
talking
like,
about the livestock
that is,
barn?
That is a part of the
Hell
fair.
yeah, over
that
to the
is the
livestock
best
barn.
part of the fair because it's like, you know, these girls have been doing it all their life because their father did it, their daddy did it, and everyone did it, and they're
They're
just going to
in the
show this
FFA.
hog.
Oh,
they're going to
dude.
show this hog off. Number 48. It's like,
when you
all
go,
right.
you go into, you're talking about when you go into the
the
Livestock.
fair, baby.
Livestock.
no,
area.
like the ring.
Oh yeah.
The arena,
Where
we're
they
talking
have
about
a
the little
little-
arena,
Uh-huh.
and you got them little kids in them cowboy boots, and be like, "Baby, you spend 265 days of your life in a trailer, don't you?"
Yeah, just this is
And
what
then
you
you
do.
go home to your actual trailer. That's a double wide. You know what I mean?
Well,
like
and you're
those
just
kids don't know
like,
nothing but hogging, and you're just like, God damn, your life. You look at
Hogging.
you look at a 9-year-old kid, right? And this little kid's got fucking shorts on, a fucking Nintendo 64 shirt from 1998 from the Salvation Army, fucking boots up way high up his fucking calves, and he's running around mud and shit. and you're like, God damn, his life at 8 years old has been, and you're 32 and you're sitting in the stands eating a fucking fried
Corn dog.
a fried fucking
Corn dog.
fried Reese's cup, and you're just like, this kid's life has been way harder than my life has ever been.
Yeah, and then you're like, you know what?
Today, just setting this shit up, and now he's running around his daddy. You don't know if his daddy's going to die or not. That bull's coming at him. They do that little. I saw a bull riding at one of the fairs one year, and I was like, I've never seen this before. I don't live in Texas, so here's an opportunity for me to see some fucking. And I was like,
dude,
these motherfuckers are gonna get impaled, dude.
You can't help but like envision yourself.
Where did you
as
see
that?
that?
Kids
You
are just
always
running around
switch
like, daddy, you know. And you're like, Jimmy, you might not have a daddy in about the next 30 seconds, man.
No.
My man almost pinched his hand off on that fucking fence. and he's like-
Hopefully, when they open them gates in 8 seconds, you still
then
have
Bert
a daddy.
comes out in the
I only
clown
need 8
uniform.
seconds. Hang on, Jimmy. Just give me 8 seconds.
Bert comes out stinking like last night's gin in the clown costume, and he's gonna try
give
to
me
run
8
around.
seconds on tornado, and you'll still have a daddy.
like, I just can't wait for this lunch break. I'm gonna head up to the north side of this park. I'm gonna ride some rides.
And that's all good and fun when you're by yourself. But if you got the lady, I'm gonna recommend one thing.
all
to you
those
guys.
bull riders now got all that that
Guys, if you're out
patches
there,
of the sponsors from the Bengay and the whatever for your
Tiger
back.
Balm and all this shit. Yep.
Yeah, you've probably
Yeah.
They
been
used
gay.
to have,
You've
back in the
probably
day.
been gay,
back
dude.
in the day, they used to have logos
That's how
on the cowboy boots, Wranglers, Levi's.
What's his name? McConaughey. $1 million.
You mean that bull's been bucking you in your butthole for the past 20 years of your life?
And you're not
Been
using
gay.
Preparation H by S.C. Johnson and Company.
This shit's gotten off the rails. That's for sure. Yeah,
You
that's
know
for
what
sure.
else is
But no, I'm
gotten
just
off
saying,
the
man. You
rails?
got those.
So if you got a
So,
sore
like, if you-
back
okay,
and you're
so-
limping to the right,
Message
I
of the story out there.
suggest you use-
Got ladies, turn off your radios real quick. Just turn them down for a second. I just want to talk to the fellas for a minute. Give me 1 minute and go. Fellas, take your lady out to the fair. If you're going by yourself, go out and see that bullfight. Go see them little 8-year-old Jimmies running around with their little boots and their little Nintendo
Bull riding,
64
you mean,
shirts and
bull
doing all
riding.
that shit. But if you're taking lady, number one, obviously make sure you buy her every single food she sees and wants, and take her on every ride she sees and wants. But take her into that little same kind of area with all the livestock. Go take her to see the bunnies and the chickies, the little chickies, and she'll just be like, "Oh my god!" And they love it. They all love it. I don't care if your lady's hard. I don't care if she's covered in piercings and tattoos. I don't care if she's stuck up and hates the smell of animal shit. She gets in that little tent. She sees those little bunny rabbits, those little chickadees. She's going to be like, oh my God, that was the best date ever. That'd be first date, second date, fourth date, 128th date. It don't matter. She's
It
going to
don't
love
matter.
that shit, dude.
they'll for the rest of their life they'll remember seeing those
Ladies, come
bunnies
back
and
in.
those chicks, and
Yep.
and they'll remember who they were with. Whether if it doesn't work
Worst
out
time
or
for the
not.
ladies to come back in. I say ladies come
true.
back in, and Dad's like, those chicks, and remember who they were with.
And you might
Worst time
remember
to ask the
them, or
ladies
you
to
might
come
not,
back
but
in.
you always will remember them.
But yeah, so
Oh, I meant the chicks were with the chicks and the bunnies were with the bunnies.
correct.
Yeah, where were you
And
at? The
that's
Playboy Mansion?
the way
What were you
it
thinking?
goes. It sounds like you got a whole Noah's Ark situation going on over here. I'm not going to dig too far into that. Guys, we're going to take a quick little commercial break, set up this aux cable so Ryan can plug his cell phone in and give me what for. I'm in the hot seat. It's going to be a little bit of tune in, tune out. Yeah, he's going to give me about 1 or 2, 3 seconds
I think
maybe.
generally you beat me on tune in.
Well, I mean,
There's one that-
you're my
well-
tail gunner, Mike. You're my tail gunner.
I think
will
I've
say
done
this.
well. Okay, once when he
When you know that he knows it, you'll defer.
I'll give it to him. If
You'll always-
I'll give him a second. On Stairway, I'll give him a second.
well,
see
let
you
me
guys shortly.
take
guys,
a break and
yeah.
then ox you a question.
Yeah, we'll ox me a couple questions. We'll see you guys. Don't go anywhere. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I mean generally you went out, but
All I need is some tasty waves, cool buzz, not fun.
October 11th, October 12th, and 13th, and 14th, I was intoxicated. I drank all of those days. I drank.
I was drunk.
what's that first?
I was drunk.
What's that first?
I'm drunk now.
Oh God, the shit! If you're looking at the board, Mike, at
Yeah.
this point, man, we have gone so far off the
What's
rails.
that one? What's that one between right under tune in, tune out?
No Scrubs, Hinge, just a bonehead mistake. Those are 3 we didn't even get to
What's
tonight.
at the bottom?
But you know what? We're in the 3rd segment. What does the 3rd segment say?
Tune in, tune
That's
in.
right, ladies and gentlemen. This is They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Ring, ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Oh, it's not Trans-Siberian. It's not TSO.
Yeah,
It's
we're
not
not
Trans-Siberian
doing trans
Orchestra
yet.
We're not going
yet.
trans yet. We can't. We're not going. We go trans right around the last week of the year. We just shing, 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 shing.
We'll hold that off to the swimming season. See who swims with who.
All right, okay, all right. You didn't need to go polycharge on it. It's Tune In, Tune Out, guys. This They Call Us a Breeze, episode 124, out here hanging out. Hope you guys have had as much fun as we have had so far. This is the second half of the show. Just been bullshitting.
We have
a face-to-face review we actually got from one of our listeners this week. I could hear Ryan off in the distance at work, and I could hear this young little 18-year-old black girl. She's like, "Hey, I listened to y'all's podcast," and I was doing something, so I walked away, and I could hear Ryan and her chatting for a minute, and all I hear is he goes, "Go talk to him." And I was like, oh shit.
Okay.
What happened?
We have a customer
So
service complaint.
she comes up and she goes, "Hey," and she's adorable. She's so sweet and she's so nice and so outgoing. First impression, as soon as she got hired, she went around and introduced herself to everybody. Super bubbly and nice and smart. And just got to know everybody, wanted to know everybody, and she immediately fit into the family. And then finally she listened to They Call Us Breeze, and she goes, "So I listened to your podcast." And I was like, "Yeah, cool." And she goes, "It's just like a lot of dads sitting around talking." I was like, "Wait, what?" Like a lot of dads? She's like, "Yeah, it just reminds me of like 3 dads sitting around talking." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it is."
How old is she?
And I look at Ryan, I go, "Hey, man, that's a review from a little 18-year-old black girl." Like that's clearly not our demographic.
But if you are 18 and black and listening,
black, white, doesn't
we
matter.
love
But I'm
you.
just saying, doesn't matter. 18-year-old girls
18
is
ain't-
not our demographic.
Well, but 18's not like a kid. 18's, you know.
Well, they're an adult, but I'm
They're
just saying.
becoming an adult, so
I'm just-
you would like them to like tell their
Yeah,
friends.
but I
hey,
mean,
listen to these guys. They're crazy.
We're 20 years older than her.
Well, that's true.
We're just a bunch of dads sitting around talking. So if you guys want to hear a bunch of dads sitting around talking,
So if she wanted
There
to
you
hear a
go.
bunch of
That's-
dads sitting
that's
around
our
talking. She'd go
demographic.
out in the garage when her dad and her buddies are
well,
over
and that's
from
just
across
it.
the
Unless
street.
you're sitting here having a beer, there's really no reason to be. Get out, listener. If you're not sitting around having
outta
beers
here,
with us,
man.
get out. We don't want you here.
Yeah,
This
nerd.
is
Come
3
on.
guys
This is-
sitting around in the garage.
We left an
bullshitting.
open chair for you. There's an open chair right next to Dad, and that chair is always for you, listener, for you to come sit in the tiger cage with us.
It's a symbolic chair,
and
for
you get to talk over us while we talk over each other. And
see it because it's in between.
yeah, he's walking off camera right now.
Oh yeah, you know his
He's
signature.
showing-
You
there's
know
a
his
chair.
signature
It's
move.
behind Ryan right now. Yep.
And it sits in between.
And it sits right in between Dad and Ryan, and that's your chair, listener.
Get the
and you can
hell
come out
outta
here.
here.
Come on in. Anytime you're welcome.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it is. And,
Add to the
18-year-old
program,
girls ain't
right?
going to get that. But anyway, guys, They Call Us the Breeze. It's time for Tune In, Tune Out. Ryan has one of my favorite bands of all time. And that always makes me nervous
one of my
because,
favorite bands,
first of all,
too.
I hate being in the hot seat, number one. Number two, I hate challenging what I think is my superb knowledge of a certain band, and we're going to see tonight because we have Tune In, Tune Out. I did pretty good with the Beatles, man, but I'll put my knowledge
You
of the
did.
Beatles a little bit higher than my knowledge of Led Zeppelin, but
Oh,
they're
absolutely.
like second tier for me as far as like how many times I've listened to how many Led Zeppelin songs. So I think I have this kind of under control, and we're going to see. Again, still don't really have an intro for it, but it's time for Tune In, Tune Out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Ryan, you got everything hooked up, everything ready to roll?
I think we're ready.
Okay, let's try it. Let's
I think
try
this
it. Okay.
time.
I think it's going to work. 5, 4.
Warning.
Initiate. All right.
Blast
That's what we
off.
should do. We should just reenact that for the intro. All right, let's go. Here we go. First track. Yeah.
Do you know that song?
You Shook Me, which
Are
is
you
an
kidding?
old blues standard, but
That's 3 notes, man.
they were doing
You should get on a game show.
they were doing when they first started Led Zeppelin, especially on Led Zeppelin 1, you can hear a lot of it because a lot of the songs on Led Zeppelin 1, much like the first and second album of the Beatles, it's a lot of cover songs. They're doing old blues standards, but they're jamming on them for minutes on end and going way long
Sometimes
on
like
them.
9 minutes.
Yeah, but that was an old blues standard called "You Shook Me All
Did
Night
they
Long."
kind of play it bluesy, or did they kind of rock and roll?
Oh, well, we'll play it for you on the break, bud.
Yeah.
It's good. It's
one of the best ones.
"You Shook Me" is one of the greatest.
So they
fucking-
covered that.
One of my
Did
favorite.
they do? Did they do it like in a blues fashion, or?
Oh no,
Oh,
this
yeah.
whole thing is slow and blues.
Plant pulls
Okay,
out the
okay.
We'll play it for you on the
harmonica.
break, man.
Yeah,
oh,
cool,
if you haven't
cool.
heard some of this, like most of Led Zeppelin was just jamming and playing blues riffs and slow. And John Paul Jones would jump back and forth between bass guitar and organ, and he could play the organ like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like so, some of Led Zeppelin's blues stuff is insane. All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
but I mean,
Let's
they
go.
always had a
I'm excited
bass in
now,
there,
baby.
right?
Go!
Let's go.
They would always have a bass. They would always have a bass.
Not
in-
always. He would
No?
play bass on the lower hand.
Oh, okay.
Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker.
Yep.
That's Zeppelin. Heartbreaker. Well, it's been 10 years and maybe more since the first that I saw you. Well, that plays out right before or after "Livin' Lovin' Made" on the radio every time.
Third song.
Oh God. How many more times?
This is
That
like,
is
this
like
has like a, this has like a Ocean's 11 feel. It has like an Ocean's 11 feel.
And then it goes, those cymbals come in.
And then,
No, hold on. One more. Yeah, see, if we can't play the song the whole time, we're just going to sing it. So YouTube, you either take off the restrictions on how long we can play the song, or you're just going to have to hear our dumbass voices sing the song. Ryan, next one. Go. Let's fucking go.
Go!
I'm drunk now.
Sorry, I was, yeah. Oh, fucking, Bronjar Stomp.
very good.
Very good. Was that it? Bronjar Stomp?
Yep.
No way.
I would like to hear that song. It sounded
Oh,
like
I'll
it was
play that
getting
for you.
interesting.
They do
for
some
me.
weird, like,
That's where
picking
Jimmy.
bluegrass
That's
shit,
where Jimmy.
too.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
do
yeah.
some
That's
weird
what I was
bluegrass
hearing.
shit,
I was
dude.
Jimmy
hearing.
Page
Dude,
loves
you have no
bluegrass.
idea.
He loves bluegrass.
You have no idea about the other side of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah,
do
the
you? You
acoustic
just clearly don't.
bluegrass side of it.
You would love the side that I fell in love with. Not just the hits, man. I love the guitar work and the bluegrass and the folk and the you know. Oh,
I could tell that was going to a.
oh yeah. That is one of the two songs I've ever requested on radio because you get your money's worth with Black Sabbath War Pigs because it's about 8 minutes long, and then you get your money's worth with Moby Dick.
yes, sir. Good job.
8.5 minutes, 8 minutes 45 seconds, and the radio will play the entire thing. So if you request a song, you want to get your money's worth, Moby Dick by Led Zeppelin. I did it. I was like, I'm gonna pick the longest song. Your time is gonna go. Oh, yeah, hold on. All right, stopping.
This one might be.
And that's right after your time is gonna come, obviously. And this one is the most.
This is like Celtic. It very sounds Celtic.
This is where I think the end of that Coheed record ripped off.
Oh yeah,
And I would say Bronjar Stomp on this one, but it's not.
well, what do you climb?
Oh,
Cliff.
Not
Black
a cliff.
Black Mountain Black
Rocket.
Black Mountain.
Black
what?
Mountain Way, Black
No.
Mountain High, Black
Black
Mountain. Shit, Black
Rhymes
Mountain
with ride.
Black Mountain Side. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not giving myself that point. No way.
Go!
I'm going to California with an
Yes,
ache
sir.
in my heart. La 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 la. See like a dog got a punch on her nose and it
I know
started
that
to
song.
go. I think I might be treated. Yeah, it's going to California. Spend my days with a woman of kind, smoked my stuff and drank all my wine.
That was a weird song.
Oh yeah. This is one of my karaoke go-tos. That is. You don't have to go. That's one of my karaoke go-tos. That is Dire Maker or Deer Maker, however you say it, off of Houses of the Holy.
All right.
What else we got?
You
need cool out. Baby, I'm not fooling.
He's getting to the greatest hits now.
I'm going to let Mike take this one. I want to send you back to school and way down inside.
I don't know that.
You need love. I want to give you my love. I want to give you my. I want to give you what?
I want to give you my love.
I want to
give you. I want a whole lot of love back, baby.
I want a whole lot of love. Go! Way down inside.
Next.
All right. I have 10% left.
All right, let's go. Okay.
This is like, do you want to be a millionaire?
Black Dog?
That's exactly Black Dog.
Was that Black Dog?
That was Black Dog.
Let's go.
His phone's about out.
Yeah, I have 10% left.
Oh, shit. Got it.
Oh, that's the best one. You hear the actual drum, just it working. That little squeak that you hear is just the drum kit, dude. Like,
oh, it's just from the pedal.
Yeah, just
from
the
chain.
pedal. That chain.
The
pedal.
chain was unoiled, and you can hear. Play that beginning. You can hear his unoiled chain from his hi hat squeaking.
Yeah, it's just him.
That's
just working the machine.
Since I've been loving you. Since I've been loving you, I'm about to lose. My worry, my. Oh shit!
I had to do this. I mean, because I didn't know exactly.
Big brown shoes? No.
I mean, you have the first two letters right of the first word that you just said. Well.
I ain't got it, man.
Bring it home.
Bring it home. What's that off?
It's 3.
Oh, okay. Bring it home. Oh yeah. So this is how they did. They recorded the drum sound in a 2 or 3 layer. Living room. No, they rented this house to record some of the drum parts in this song. In this album.
Echo.
And they literally hung a microphone from the rafters in this huge, like the kind of room in a country rustic house that you would have a 30-foot Christmas tree.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean.
We're talking like Colorado.
So they had
stuff.
John Bonham playing drums in this like living room of this fucking house, and they threw a microphone up through the rafters and dangled it by a cord and just recorded above him, and that's how you get this reverb. Play it. That's when and they played that a lot when the Louisiana shit went on. That's when the levee breaks.
All right, I have like 7 more.
Let's do it. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a light in your eye that keeps shining.
They do like a samba. They do a samba.
And it gets on the whistle too.
Yeah, it's a pretty diverse song.
Yeah, it's a weird song. That is "Fool in the Rain," Led Zeppelin.
Man.
I think that might be one of my top 5.
That's a good
Zeppelin
song, dude. It's a little different for Zepp, but it's a fun song.
It is.
It's like
it was
you
a
got
big
the machata.
It's like it sounds like the final lap of Mario Kart. They just bust in with that shit, and they're like, "Come on, speed it up, everybody!"
They're like, "We're gonna go a little Costa Rica on this thing," and they nailed it, and then they go right back.
Nailed it, and then they go right back. Yeah. All right, you got a couple more. Here it goes. Yeah. Every once in a while on this show, when we all start talking over each other, comes a little bit of a communication breakdown.
Yes, sir.
It's always
Well,
the
you're
same.
doing a pretty good job with this. I gotta excuse myself.
Yeah.
For just
Well, Dad's leaving the segment, guys.
I'll be
Say
right
bye to
back.
Dad,
I'll be
everybody.
right back.
He'll be back in the next segment.
All right.
Nope. You got to stay outside. If you're leaving, you got to stay outside. He's like, well, give me a cigarette.
All
right, finishing up, wrapping up. Here we go. Oh, yeah. The Rain song off of Houses of the Holy. Right? House of the Holy Rain song. Yeah, that's why it's one of my favorite records.
Go! 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 Go!
All right, give me another one.
No idea, probably. This was one of the harder ones.
Oh,
this
my
was
God.
definitely one of the harder ones. I was like, what can I do to kind of stump Remy?
It's not Dazed and Confused.
It's not Dazed and Confused.
It's not American Pie.
It's not War Pigs.
I think
because that's by a different
I
band.
want to say Boys Are Back in Town.
I'm
thinking Boys Are Back in Town, or like
warmer.
Like Panama.
Yeah. And it ain't Clapton. It could be.
I keep wanting to say Highway to Hell. My key thing, it just keeps coming. Highway to High. There's a highway to hell, and you're going to hell, and you know you are going to hell. Right? I think that's
I think
feel
that's
like
what
the
it
lyrics,
is.
exact lyrics.
You are
going to hell. It's a highway to hell, and you know that you're going to hell.
Eventually to hell.
Hell, and you're going to go to hell. Shit.
But I think
Highway to hell. There's
no way you cannot
highway to hell,
record it without.
and a highway to hell.
Yeah.
Sometimes all of the highways are to hell. I'm going to say Stairway to Heaven. Do I get it? I got
Nope,
it. ladies
it's
and
Highway to Hell.
It's Highway to Hell.
You
God
idiot.
damn it, Ryan. Oh, that's just how it goes sometimes.
Full mo. Let's
You got-
see if you
yeah,
can get him
all
really
right,
quick.
rapid fire. Let's go. And now he's steady, and then they went 1, 2, 3, 4. The Ocean by Led Zeppelin. The ocean lights its way. All right. Last three. Let's go. Do that again. Oh, okay. That's Immigrant Song for sure. Yeah. Sorry,
I think
man,
you would
gotta-
know it just by like that stupid
I know
audio
the,
shit.
Well, the other one is more apparent. Black Dog is cause yeah, but that one's Black Dog's a little bit more apparent. All right, go. I get you though. Yeah, I've seen memes.
Every
that are like,
Mazda commercial everywhere.
no, they're like, find yourself in a new Hyundai Sonata this Christmas.
If you ever want to
Just play
scream
it.
down
Give
a
it to me.
fucking desert.
Give it to me. 4.9% APR financing. Everywhere you want to go, Hyundai will get you there. The all-new Ford Focus.
You want to drive in sand? This perfect vehicle could drive in
That's
sand.
Rock and Roll by Led Zeppelin.
All right, and then the last one. Here we go.
This one, here we go. Oh, yeah. This one made me a man. In the days of my youth, I was told what it means to be a man.
You weren't hanging sheetrock yet.
I was in the garage hanging sheetrock. That was a Good Times, Bad Times opening track, ladies and gentlemen, of Led Zeppelin 1.
The podcast, man. We're doing the podcast.
All right, that is Ryan's Tune In, Tune Out. Very proud of you, buddy. That was a good one, man.
Let's get drunk. Yeah.
That was a good Tune In, Tune Out. I was happy with that one for sure. Absolutely. Well, you're not on the show anymore because you went pee. And guys, we're not on the show anymore until the next segment. We'll be right back after these brief messages. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you. We love you. Bye-bye.
Later.
Damn it, Janet.
you fucking idiot. Mind your tongue, Professor Nerdhead.
Yeah! Tonight!
I would love nothing more.
Well, hey guys, welcome back in. Final segment of They Call Us the Breeze. That's Bravo, Romeo, Echo, Sierra, live from the Tiger Cage. Wow. Episode 124, just out here chilling. Just make sure you guys are going out to our YouTube channel, Tiger Cage Media. Subscribe and ring that little bell for notifications.
Ding,
that way you know
ding,
whenever we
ding,
come on
ding,
live.
ding, ding,
Usually
ding,
we're
ding,
ding
ding,
dum 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 ding.
It's that time of year. Hey, you all got your shopping
Yeah,
done?
we're trying to pace it a little bit. It's only the 7th of the month, man. We're gonna get some Christmas episodes going
You
on.
only got
Don't
about
worry.
2 weeks left.
You know we're softies for Christmas, so we're gonna be coming in hot with some Christmas stuff for you guys in the next coming episodes. So make sure you tell your friends. For every one of you out there that's listening, there's 1,000 of you that aren't, and just make sure you're going out to tigercagemedia.com and following all our little stuff, especially Ryan's TikToks. You get a little bite-sized breeze, all the shit you want, and we're a little campaign. We're trying to get the mailman. Oh no, I'm sorry, trying to get the bug guy. We realized today, Gary, the bug guy, came in today, and the guy works on commission. He's a man for hire. He works for a company, but he's doing Dad's house today, and he's squirting around the perimeter and doing all that. And I go, I fucking recognize that dude right there. I said, that's the same motherfucker that came to my house on inspection day in February and inspected my house for termites. He goes, yeah, I do a little bit of that, and the guy is so cool, and I'm like, all right, you know what? I bet if we could raise up $200, we could offer Gary $200 to come on the show and talk all about pest control with us for a little while. I think that'd be pretty fun.
I think you would be ready to be hired be a mercenary.
That'd be a pretty cool
they
episode.
come out and kill
You
stuff.
better have some questions ready.
You're hiring them to kill
I'm just
stuff.
saying, so if you guys go out right now, you get $35 worth of inventory. You get free shipping if you just go out and buy your loved ones some T-shirts for Christmas. If we can get that a number up to $200, we get a little profit for the holiday push.
Ding, ding, ding,
Then
ding,
we're going to
ding,
go ahead and,
ding,
I'll
ding,
give you
ding,
a bell.
ding,
I'll give you a bell. Oh. I didn't mean that bell.
Yeah,
I meant this bell. But yeah, so, I mean, if we get out there, we maybe get Gary on the show. And maybe many more friends. We're starting to think that way. Maybe get some people on here. I don't know, maybe a guy who like traps possums for a living.
Or we could even have Gary on help him
I would
out,
love-
during the holidays and teach him more than 3 chords.
I'm going to tell you right now, if we can get a guy that traps possums for a living or shoots muskrat or whatever on the podcast for a night, I will shut up the entire show. Ryan will shut up the entire. We'll let Dad conduct the entire
have
interview.
muskrats in Florida?
Dude, can
What
we
are them
just
little-
move? Can we just move
What are the
this
little
thing to your bar?
Not fur dogs? What do they call them? What are them little things that pop out?
Prairie
of the ground?
dogs?
Not prairie
Groundhogs.
dogs. No, they go shooting for them out in their back of their trucks all the time. You know what I'm talking about?
Out west.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. They come out, they're like in the little dunes that are up on the side of highways. God, what are they called?
It ain't armadillos. They burrow in your dirt and
It's
they
not
mess
like
up
a
your
gerblet.
No. It's like a prairie dog, but it's like the hell is that called?
Not muskrat, and it's not.
No shit. No, that's a water.
What do they call them goddamn things?
Meerkat Manor.
JT. JT, get on it.
What up, Council? I am JT Parr.
Oh God. Not hunting for ditch chickens.
Not groundhogs because those are up north. But
Mike.
Because then you'd be hunting them.
Yeah, one
next day.
question
No, but
away.
I've seen people out there hunting those things.
What the hell is it?
What the hell are you talking about, bruh?
In the rifle ads that I see on Field and Stream and stuff like that, they talk about those animals.
And they're on like major
It's
roads.
about like a prairie dog, It's like a rodent. It's a big ass.
I swear to God,
It's
Ryan, we're not
like a
making this thing
hedgehog.
up.
No, it ain't
What the
a hedgehog.
fuck are they called? I saw Dave Attell go out there one time on Up All Night, and he like hunted them.
God damn it.
Jesus. All right.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that for the next episode, guys. Episode 124, though, we got to focus on the
Might
now.
not be this week, but we'll
Focus
come
on
back
the
to
now. Got a little hockey tonight. Going to watch a little hockey. Got the Nashville Predators. We're at the Predators at 7, so we're going to do a little jam ski after the show, and then I'm going to try to get home and watch that. Yeah, it's been fun. Last few games been nice. That bonehead mistake by Vasilevsky to ruin his back-to-back shutouts. But I'm feeling pretty good about the Lightning right now, and I'm willing to say that we have played. This is the weird thing. Our points we're less than 10 points under the Bruins, who are just the best in our division. But we've also played like 27 games. The Bruins, I think, have played like 24, and everybody else is at like 22, 23. So it's like, yeah, we're kind of lying in the middle of the points right now, but we're also up like 4 games on a lot of teams.
Yeah, I think that's what they do to like kind of like dynasties.
Well, I think they're kind of trying to maybe.
Why has the Bruins played that many more games than everybody else?
No, we have played the most. In our division.
Oh, we have.
We're like up 3
I thought
games
you said the
over
Bruins
everybody. So
more.
I wonder if that's a strategy on like, all right, let's give our guys more time to rest at the end of the regular season schedule before we go into the playoffs this year.
Yeah, that or the Tampa Bay Lightning figured out that they need to take AP classes.
Oh shit!
That's probably
what it was,
exactly what it is to get into a good college, and so they need to play more games than the average. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it all ends up 82, so it's not like they're going to play 87. You know what I mean? Like,
so they might be like
7.
But that's interesting though. Like after like people win.
Well, I just wonder how it's so lopsided at this point. I mean, there's teams
like
that have
3
played.
weeks,
There's
dude.
teams that have played
That's like
20.
3 weeks.
We're at like 27 games. There's teams that have played 20 games. And it's like, how the fuck are we up 7 games? There's no bye week in hockey. You know what I mean? Like, how the hell?
Well, you would think week in and week out there would be everybody be playing the same number.
About 3 or 4 a week. About 3 or 4 a week, depending.
Yeah,
basically.
Well, in a month's time, you would think they'd all play the same number of games.
It was probably Corey Perry.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, our boy Andre Vasilevsky back in the net. He's been making some killer stops. You can tell he's right back where he needs to be, unless he's outside his zone and he's trying to play the puck. And if you go and watch so we played the Penguins on Thursday night, actually, while mom and dad, me and Ryan were stuck in the shit in Tampa. We played the Penguins.
No, we weren't stuck in the
and they won 4-2.
While
and
we
didn't notice that until we got out of the Beatles concert. And I looked at the score while we were in traffic. I'm like, oh, the traffic's letting out. I bet the game's over. I wonder what the score is. 4-2. We lost. Saturday, Dallas beats us 8-1.
Oof.
We play Dallas again Monday, back to back. Except it's in our house now, and we shut them down 4-0. And then Thursday night, the night of the Beatles show, we play the Penguins. So last night, Wednesday night, we play the Penguins again. And we almost shut them out 3-0. And in the final minute of the third period, Andre Vasilevsky does one of the dumbest things I've ever seen a goaltender do. And just proves that, you need a little bit of time on the ice, if you're going to be clearing pucks and doing some. He gets out of the net, tries to clear the puck. Go back, guys. Watch the fucking highlights from the Penguins Lightning game from the 6th of December. Watch the last 2 minutes of that game, and you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. It's just a dumb, boneheaded mistake, man. And it was hit. I wanted him to get double shutouts so bad. I was like, this is going to be great. 4-0, 3-0. That's an awesome 2-game stretch.
Yeah, welcome back.
Before we go on a 5-game road trip. You know what I mean? We got Preds tonight. We're going to be playing 2 Canadian teams on this road trip. I believe we're playing Montreal, and I believe we're playing Edmonton. And, we got a little bit of a hefty road trip. And we're kind of weak on our road trip. Our goals for are probably it's not great when we go on the road right now. We're kind of one of the lower tier teams when we go on the road. Our penalty kill is pretty good on the road, but aside from that, we're kind of dog shit. So 5 games in a row is not going to be a lot of time to munch some points. You know what I'm saying, boys? You guys don't care. None of you guys care. Nobody cares. Anyway, that was hockey talk. Hey, let's go. Go! All right. Before we get out of here, Ryan brought an interesting case up to me. He's like, we should probably look into this, man. Talk about this a little bit. And I kind of really liked what I read about this because you brought it up to me and I hadn't heard about it. And then obviously I listened to a lot of talk radio and stuff like that throughout the week. As soon as you mentioned it, the next day
started to make its rounds.
The next day I heard about it on one show, and then the next day I heard about it on another show, and it started to make its rounds, and I was like, oh, and I was already looking up the facts to talk about it on tonight's show. Dad, you might not have heard about this. You might have heard about it, that Chipotle deal?
Nope.
Okay, so this lady went into a Chipotle. She had her burrito bowl made like 3 times or something like that, right?
Yeah.
So this is a woman sentenced to fast food job after hurling Chipotle bowl at a worker. That's the headline right there, baby.
Yeah.
Emily Russell was a store manager at an Ohio Chipotle when an irate customer hurled a chicken burrito bowl at her face. Now a judge has sentenced the customer to work at a fast food job to avoid further jail time, ladies and gentlemen.
How awesome!
Right,
is
come
that?
on.
How awesome is that?
Let's turn the tables for a minute. Let's set in some empathy. If you're going to be such a shithead to hospitality workers and people
when
who
you're gonna
serve
chuck a
you,
burrito
the
bowl
service
back at
workers.
someone's face.
So-
like,
so-
you're,
so-
you are.
No. Well, okay, go back.
The scenario.
Exactly. Why?
Okay, so here's the
if
scenario.
you can't handle somebody that disagreeing with you and how their meal was made,
You wanna
that's
go
fine,
ahead and assault.
and it would be like, okay, you don't have to pay for that, but you don't. On the other side of the counter, as a customer,
It's
do
battery.
whatever
It's
you
assault.
want.
No, so listen.
You're
this is
gonna
what-
go back into a goddamn outdoor,
Cabela's.
Cabela's,
I knew he was going back.
Bass Warehouse, and it's like, this knife ain't worth a shit, and throw it at him.
Throw it at him, yeah. No, so what happens is,
I
so
don't mean
woman
they
goes
didn't-
in and she
they don't
goes.
have to go to
She
prison for
says she
15 years.
was there for 2 weeks in a row, and each time it looked disgusting, is what she said. Look at my bowl; it looks disgusting. Now they
Don't
pour
go
salsa
there.
and they pour shit and
How can it be disgusting?
Whoa! Back up again. Did you say for 2 weeks?
She went there once and she said it would look disgusting, and the next week she went again, said it looks disgusting.
So just twice.
And then they remade her bowl like 3 times.
So they remade this girl's bowls
Okay.
3 times, Miss Katie's, and now they have now prepped all fresh ingredients, fresh steak, fresh rice. It's all hot as shit. And then they make her a fresh bowl with, because they have those little like tins that have this stuff in it. This one was like, probably I could only surmise. She was like, it's cold. And not only does it look like shit, but it's cold.
Yeah, because
And
you
then-
just asked for sour cream double,
And then, so the
and then
manager
you also asked for cheese double.
Literally
and
had everything come off fresh, and it's hot as shit. And then she takes it, and you can watch the video for a second. Someone's filming her from a little bit of afar, but you can hear a bit of. I watched the video. Her kind of like yelling at the girl behind the counter, and the girl, kind of chubby, pink hair, looks like she plays a lot of video games. God bless her. Probably a nerd inside. Shout out to all you nerds out there. I'm a nerd too. Probably just doing her damn job, trying her best out there, trying to get home and fucking get on.
she's
and
like, this is the
fucking
worst place for me to be
pick
drunk.
up them sticks, and she's like just sitting there chilling. And this woman, and you just see this woman just take this fucking burrito bowl, and those things come in that little metal container.
Oh, dude, that's like a 5-pounder.
Well, and
really?
they're heavy, but they have that little fucking tin container with those sharp edges. If it's not folded correctly, I have a cut on my thumb right now from a plastic lid from PDQ from yesterday. Okay, you got a metal container flying at you. That's real. Look at that right there.
Wow,
That reminds me,
bet
I
you
should
got that
get some
pretty damn
PDQ.
quick.
Yeah, I was trying to open my top on the PDQ cup and get a couple ice cubes just to munch on while I was smoking a cigarette, and which is the thing I do. And fucking, I went to go and it fucking slit my damn thumb open. A little plastic lid.
Now imagine having
that
a burrito.
that aluminum bottom for that burrito bowl
2 pounds behind that, ready to
hitting
slash
you in
your
the
face
fucking
up.
face. And she said it. She had like rosy cheeks or whatever, kind of from the hotness because they made her shit fresh, and it was hot as shit. So this woman gets hunted down. There's a lady on the actual video who goes, I'm calling the cops. I'm calling the cops. You don't do that to her. And she, Brenda, and she goes run out, and I guess she got the lady's license plate number. So they tracked her down within 30 minutes, 45 minutes. They were at her house. She gets cited for domestic violence.
You just
against
can't go
another-
in just throwing food back
And
at
so the
people.
judge-
like, you just can't do that.
The judge says, this is not a real Housewives of Parma, Ohio, I guess is where she's from. He says, this behavior is unacceptable. And he said, you didn't get your burrito bowl the way you like it, and this is how you respond. So it shows her, she's 26 years old, grabbing the food and throwing it directly in the girl's face. She was sentenced to a 180-day jail term, but the judge actually reduced that to 90 on his own accord, and he said, I'll give you half that 90 if you spend 2 months working 20 hours a week at a Chipotle.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if there's monetary value.
That is beautiful.
I don't know if she's getting a paycheck.
That is beautiful. No, she shouldn't.
Well, I think she would
hell
have
no.
to. For working laws, she probably has
to get a paycheck. Yeah, your
for
social
some
security
reason.
number's got to go in there and shit.
Yeah.
But it's like
So-
a form of community service. So
Yeah,
that's where it's
absolutely it
weird.
is.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
do-
her hours.
So,
I mean,
so do you guys think she took the deal or what?
I would think
that she got bought
probably
out
did.
by her dad?
No,
Her dad
no.
probably
No
paid
buyout.
the whole
It's not
thing.
community service.
I think
She does the full
without
90 days.
without knowing the girl or whatever you're talking about, I would like to give the benefit of the doubt that she said, "I'll take that," and then she came out and is a good person.
I don't know though. If I got faced with like 130
Well, she's going in
days,
now.
I was
She's
like,
not even out yet.
If there's
She's going in
130 days
soon.
presented to you, Ryan, hey, jail versus like 45 days of, I would absolutely. I'm scared of jail more so
Well,
than
you're pretty.
like Chipotle.
You're pretty.
Well-
You're pretty.
Yeah, listen. But before
But
you
she has to-
before you make that your final answer, you're thinking of our life as we grew up.
No, I'm
with you
saying
guys.
I would rather reduce my sentence and just work at Chipotle
Because you-
versus being in prison, jail.
because you've had
Yeah, because
the
like
li-
Dave
you've
Wachowski's
had-
going to be the prep guy.
No, but
Yeah.
no,
Like-
because you've been brought up the way you do. Maybe she's like, shit, that's probably as good as
But
whatever.
either
I've had
she
it at
accepts
home,
the
you know what I
deal
mean?
or she's in jail
Well,
for
I'm happy
You
130
to-
understand
days.
what I'm saying?
What I'm
we
saying
understand what you're
is,
saying, yeah.
I don't think she could last a minute in jail.
She
And
might not know that she can't. Depends on who she.
She's
hangs
not
with.
going to do 130 days in jail and not work out.
You're not going to not work at Chipotle to
Yeah.
get your time
or
off.
she's had a rough life and she's like, oh, if I don't change
If
now,
I was her-
I'm never going to change.
If I was
Well,
her,
it's just about respect. And the biggest thing was the judge tried to try something unconventional, gave her the option. It was
Which is
completely
a
up to her.
great-
And she chose that option. And
She
that will
did.
give her a little bit of fucking empathy
Dude.
on what it's like to
Well,
work in fucking
Nah.
hospitality or retail or
and
any of
be
those
kind
type of
to your
yeah.
customers because you got to be kind. That she and hopefully she'll learn that.
And think about that this Christmas season, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are out. Most of these guys are out here working extra hours because of the Christmas shopping and everything like that. If you're out here like me and Ryan, sometimes you're having to work Christmas Eve. You don't get to spend that with your family. Think about them. Maybe float them 30% instead of 20%. You know
and,
what I'm
and
saying?
even in a store, she's probably got to work in a store or she's got to work at Chipotle. So, but like you guys, she might get the whole idea that, hey, this might be a field that I want to go
Yeah.
into.
No, yeah.
Because if you treat people kindly,
yeah.
they'll treat you with kindness back, and monetarily at points. And she might not have had that kind of upbringing. So
Well, she's gonna learn
Hopefully-
today.
yeah,
she's
you're
gonna
just-
learn
You
today.
just can't
buddy.
throw a burrito bowl back at people's
Just
Don't
face.
throw a fucking 5-pound
like,
burrito.
come
bowl.
on. dude.
This might be one of those kind of people that become
And it
do
didn't even say if it
whatever,
had
and they write a book in
It
10
didn't
years.
even say if it had the hot sauce on it or not. So that
I
could be
know.
an eye issue too. I mean, you're
It could be-
compounding at this
it-
point.
She could be turned into one of the
You
people that
have
we're
to-
reading about in 10 years that says, I wrote this book and,
Oh,
and
yeah.
here's what changed
Yeah.
my life, because
The
I was an
burrito bowl.
asshole. I threw a,
Bowling for Happiness. That's the name of the book right there. Guys, They Call Us a Breeze. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We have lots of Christmas coming up. We wanted to spare you tonight, but get ready, bitches. Strap in.
That's
We're
pretty
having a
good.
lot of good times out
That's
here.
pretty good.
And we're going to go have a little jam and then watch some Lightning and Predators, guys. Dad, what do you say, man? Good night. Huh?
I'll get the toast out and the apricot jam and the, we're going to play
You
guitar.
talking about the preserves? All
Yeah,
right,
I'm
let's
talking
do the
about-
preserves. Ryan, what you got to say, bud? Yeah, every time. Guys, thank you so much. We
I
love
like
you guys.
cinnamon.
Good night, everybody. We love you. Bye.
Dubai.
Dubai.